It's all right. Okay. FPX, get the pistol.
Well, the one thing I would say, a lot of the success rides on these opening engagements. If FPX can, I don't want to say aggress towards Gambit here, but they certainly need to be in a position to dip their toes, make use of maybe a fault line or a flash here and there to at least do some damage, maybe find a first blood, and then just lean back, just play that advantage. Because you can make the same argument, right? This comes to a late round. FPX don't have an awful lot to work with, right? And then actually the only thing really to slow anything down is Angel's utility, the fault line and the aftershock.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, but he does become a key component here.
I just want to. Does Angel have the? He's
got the
really
read?
thinking about it. Nats is there to try and punish any sort of rotation, right? Like contact on the other side. He's going to try and do a little bit of a creep, that little lurk towards A. I think Angel's still on the case to try and check on this. So keep their eyes on the kill feed. There it is. So Angel, tailor-made to deal with Nats in that scenario.
One enemy remaining.
And so far, so good. Nice work from FPX. Artis farming on up. Good control for stand. And they move forward. I mean, it's what they needed. They need to just keep closing in like this.
Well, it's already pretty close to the Blade Storm. Had a good start to the second half. First full purchase coming through for Gambit. I guess a reasonable position to be in for FPX here in round 15, sorry. Try and convert this bonus as well. Really sat comfortably above 2,000. A little bit of a cushion here. Gambit don't necessarily need this to be clean. They're so close to map point. Get one on the board and they'll feel pretty good about it. But definitely in terms of the ultimate cycle, I mean, this is... a little overstep from this Chronicle, man. Dude, come on.
I mean,
He's so damn good.
yeah, it's actually like, how are you meant to get around that? If he's having a game like he is today, what are you meant to do against it? And I think he's reading it right. Angel's just on that corner. He's got Shados by his side as well. He's fine. Now, keep in mind, this isn't hello, Shao.
That's a Spectre, by the
Spectre
way.
is a long-range weapon. It is a long-range weapon. I'll tell you that now. It's incredible.
Mine don't shoot that straight. I'll tell you that much.
No, he's found just the alternative fire mode. You know what I mean? It's real
Flash through this
interesting.
wall?
And maybe a flash in. Oh, it actually caught.
enemy
Okay,
remaining.
free fire on it. There's Nats on the punish. So prepared. There's always, as I said, that next step, that next little bit of communication, nice synergy between the two. Nothing too complicated, but it gets the job done. And that's 11 now found after a valiant attempt.
You know, that's actually ridiculous, by the way.
That's so good.
That's what my Phantom sprays should look like. They don't.
In review, they do not. Okay, well, this is where it gets to the pointy end of the stick, right?
Well-
We're at 11-4, and the buys now come out. No one's going to be, well, I mean, for FPX, that long road now looks substantially longer.
Yeah, especially when this is really the one buy round you get to do it. This has to be flawless. There's nothing behind this purchase. Zipan, unfortunately, he's had an absolute stinker. No secrets about that. 3-13, not close to the showstopper. Saving Grace being they maybe have a purchase in hand. Artist has the Blade Storm available, but it's I mean, yeah, Gambit aren't on 12, right? That's the copium factor here. Is backs against the wall, not necessarily just yet. There's a little bit of room to work with, but it ain't much.
Yeah, Red Guard's going to be a little punished on the purchase. Unless he can pull off, like, what is it, a shower?
I mean,
It'll be just fine.
Red Guard's just been running a Guardian and a Spectre for most of the day so far, so this is
Pretty much.
full purchase Red Guard round, really.
True.
It's look good with the
Shout.
Guardian, actually, as well.
Yeah, he actually has a very fair assessment. Chronicle kind of sounding a little vulnerable over towards it, and Angel's going to get the punish towards it. Take back shower control. Janos has to be careful here. Spike nestled away, but you can see already a lot of attention being drawn towards that B site. Flashes from Redguard going in. High flash Shao going to peek out at the perfect time, but does lose track for a second, but Sugetsu's there. Does going to find Defo.
One of
Bloody
them.
hell, can't talk today. Yeah. And Redguard, let's see how that Spectre looks, eh? Not great this
Not as
time.
good as Shao's.
Shados left in the 1v4. They have a rough idea of where these players reside, but it's going to be hard to get a...
Oh!
A clean 1v1.
Right.
It's going to be hard to get a clean 1v1.
Yeah.
I've lost. I've absolutely told a fib. Shados
He found a 1v1 mid-air.
needs to find a couple more, though. Always the trickiest part. No,
way,
Shados!
Shados.
Shados, are you serious right now? He's got the res. Sugetsu's trying to close together. He's got his flash back up in a second. He's going to put down the Seeker. He's going to try and keep Nats back at bay. Oh my god, 20 seconds and Nats is going for a run.
Well, he gets the plant. He gets Viper's Pit here. So Sugetsu has to beat him to this plant. Has to.
10 seconds left.
He's there as
He's
fast
going
as he
heaven.
can be, I think.
What?
Oh,
Why?
Welcome.
Oh
there's the
no.
ult.
Oh no.
Paints the site green and Sugetsu now, flash up in about 5, has to somehow find Nats. In a world that's certainly not his own, this is not looking nice. The prediction on the position pops out the flash.
No
He
way.
hits it well. Sugetsu keeps it in line, but
Oh.
it should never have been that close by any means.
And it needed to be clean from FPX. The fact that Shados has just pulled those 3 kills out of nothing after literally a write-off round for Gambit. I was like, see if he can do a little damage. Yeah, see if he can, force a couple of repurchases.
One enemy remains.
Oh my.
And then this. That's the response from Suget. Like,
Yeah,
what?
perfectly reasonable. Reasonable things.
No charges left.
That's 11 of 5.
Battle out.
And away we go. Defo trying to move on in. They've taken over some control. FPX have to respect this to an extent. It might be a spike plant off the back of it. I don't think they can really deny it right now. Might be pulled away, but the plant still comes in. Gonna note the new position after being kind of pulled away from the desired spot, but they've got a chance. That judge is horrific to try and deal with,
It's
but
problematic for...
yeah, they need the utility to do a bit of clearing work, and Defo's going to pick up the base and pick up the bodies. Shao and Angel go down, but FPX are keeping it in check. It's still a player advantage. They're still okay in this. They might get a little shaky here. Shados and Nats still alive. Tap on the spike artist is there. Takes down Shados, and now it's just Nats. The time, no problem. There it is. Diffuse going to come through. 3 standing. 6 on the board.
I love explosions.
Yeah, there's a world there where, again, post-plant wise, Chronicle has the molly, and they're able to set up comfortably. You see Nats already burning through the snake bites inside that poison orb, but fortunately not able to run the clock down enough. I mean, Defo's position is so problematic for Gambit there, but it's actually mitigated pretty quickly. That's the only real saving grace for FPX. That Gambit can't really dig their heels in some of these positions.
Keep it up.
Little bit of breathing space now in terms of the FPX finances. A judge in play for Shao.
Perfectly viable. No problems with that. Especially in a spot like this. Yeah, look at the state of Defo off the back of that. A little bit of a contact. Redguard gonna get him fixed up, patched up, and back into action. But again, it's a warning sign. It's gonna now cause a little bit more utility probably to be invested into this corner just to try and clear that judge. We've seen it
Trail.
made to look so easy by someone like Link, but Defo this time well aware that Shower's maybe wanting to peek ahead of those Seekers, but not going to have much of an opportunity to do so, as now the side take's going to come in. There's a lot of pressure on Angel's shoulders, but he does have Sugetsu by his side, so maybe time going to be able to be bought here. You can see the damage already being done, but Sugetsu's cleared, Angel's down. The site's ready for the taking.
Yeah, again, and almost like what's achieved on the back of the Rolling Thunder, but we'll come back to that. Zipman and Ardis now Dynamic duo have to get something done. Gambit actually going to stack a couple of bodies up on site here.
Here.
Essentially, Shados and Redguard to take first contact. And they're going to get a move on here if they want to entertain. No, Ardis is drifting away. This is a submission here from FPX to hold on to these weapons. It saves a little bit of breathing space. I don't know what exactly was behind this purchase. You can see Ardis on 3100. Zipan really in a position to purchase into the next. No showstopper available either. Gambit will find their 12th. Now have the orbital strike online, which this is when it's almost like everybody that defends the Princess says, wow, you know, one of the best post-plant ultimates, right? And they can. Gambit can just do a dry hit, find a plant, and sit back here.
Yeah, this is where it gets down to the
If FPX need to stop the spike from going down now, and that's the concern.
Easier said than done,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Like, this is where we'll have to see what they have up their sleeve. Anything they have in mind they want to bring out, maybe a little bit of aggression potentially. It looks like that could be the case. Definitely going to be forced away from the angle. You're going to have Sugetsu going to try and take a little bit of the room back on this map. But there's the early investment of the ult, but the punish comes out. The swing from Chronicle's there, and now Ardis pinned into the corner.
Right,
Chronicle comes
Right.
back. He's going to deal with the whole site, apparently. Angel all alone now. He had two teammates at the start, and now he's got nobody. Tries to back away peacefully. Shao on the support, though, takes the time through the TP, gets himself there, and they deal with at least one of these players slowing down the roll just a touch, because Gambit didn't springboard off that, though.
Yeah.
They've just hit the brakes a
The
second.
fact Shao finds that kill and doesn't see anything behind it, there's no swing. This will actually draw the rotation, so a good read from FPX. Send both Zipan and Angel across to A's site. Again, clear out most of these close points on backside, but yeah, with this utility, it should be noted now.
Oh, Angel.
You are...
You can hear all these steps. He is in
Right.
maybe the spot that he could do some damage from, but again, we talked about it. Can they deny the plant? They're trying desperately to do so. Zipan and Shao, the last two, try and
Yeah.
put up a fight, and yes,
30
away we go.
seconds
But
left.
Shao's here quick. He's not going to look for the peek. He's going to look for the cross. Someone's going to come in. Oh, he just tried to peek ahead of it. Chronicle ready to punish that in case anyone dared to do it. Molotov goes in, and Zipan now staring down the barrel of a gun. It's a 1v3. And he hasn't had a good game this time around. This is a lot to ask of the man. And Gambit just need to play that time. All looking so favorable. So much in his path. You can see it. The vision, the eyes trained on it, and Gambit with a resounding victory here.
Yeah, and honestly, with the way that felt watching it, that scoreline not really indicative of just how in control Gambit
Yes.
were. And that's to say that FPX got 6 rounds, which is the crazy thing. Chronicle, dude,
Incredible.
this guy is just on another planet. Like,
Yeah.
and actually, you can say the same for there's some instances there from Shados as well, where we see that magic again coming out. But all around, this is kind of the Ronseal effect, as we call it, right? Gambit did exactly what we expected here, which it is very reassuring. It still kind of leaves you with more questions around Fracture. That's the problem.
Does.
It's like why is this level of prep and choreography not achieved elsewhere?
Yeah, certainly a couple of questions I'm sure that the desk will want to be asking of each other and potentially answering for you guys at home. So once we take the short break, you'll be joined by them in a moment's time.
I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hello tout le monde, c'est Scream.
Selamlar herkese, ben Sini.
Aujourd'hui, on se retrouve pour vous montrer ce qu'on a créé avec IM Lab.
Fazla uzatmadan çalışma alanına geçelim.
Moi, ce qui m'intéresse vraiment dans cette map, c'est que pour le crosshair placement, t'es obligé de tout le temps être au niveau de la tête.
Size benim Masters 1'de meşhur bir hareketim vardı biliyorsunuz. 1v5 Undraven'da.
AM Lab est gratuit sur Steam, n'oubliez pas, donc allez-y les gars.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey, way too fast, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone, foot on the gas, foot on the gas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. GPS, I got goals, I know where to go, so I never crash. Yeah. Hey, hey, way too fast, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone, foot on the gas, foot on the gas. Yeah. Hey, GPS, I got goals, I know where to go, so I never crash. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in the end zone. Where did he go? You way too slow, homie. I been gone. I know you see, I got the rings, homie. I been flown. Me and the team going for rings. That is the end goal. Hey, I go beast mode. All around the world like Eco. I go crazy like CeeLo. Can't stop me like Chico's. I'm suave like Rico. Game in my no repo. This my whole like depot. Can't deny like Vito. Hey, hey, way too fast. I gotta go. I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas. Foot on the gas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. GPS. I got goals. I know where to go, so I never crash. Hey, hey, way too fast. I gotta go. I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas. Foot on the gas. Yeah. Hey, GPS. I got goals. I know where to go, so I'll never crash. Hey, hey, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas, foot on the gas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. GPS. I got goals, I know where to go, so I never crash. Hey, hey, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone. Foot on the gas, foot on the gas. Yeah. Hey, GPS. I got goals, I know where to go, so I'll never crash.
What you gonna do? Who you gonna be? What you came for? Are you gonna bleed? You know the game. You gonna take the pain, make them say your name. Others have tried and they failed. When they got hit, they just bailed. Second place need not apply. Cause everybody knows, everybody loves a winner. Everybody loves a winner.
I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, notorious, victorious, victorious. I'm legendary.
From this absolute absurd simulation of a different universe called Fracture, we went back into reality. It is called Bind, and Bind has brought us a Gambit finally woken up. A Gambit showing us dominance, individual strength, clutch situations, but overall, a victory. This was looking totally different to what we saw in Fracture, right, Bea?
Yeah, and it's a different feeling because, you know, we were mentioning, oh my god, FPX took Gambit's pick. We expected some surprises. We actually got them in a different way. But this bind, it just felt so off for FPX. I understand the intent behind, you know, having that double duelist because it has worked on Fracture. We can say that. But Zipan, man, he was not having the day. 2 kills only on the first half and 2 on the other. And that is not what you want from your Raze. You want her to just go in and destroy everyone, to set the ground for her to actually perform. But, you know, and on the other side, we had a Gambit. We saw, I think, at least 2 rounds that were criminal for Gambit to win.
The fact is, although Gambit is a world-class team, they were allowed to win those rounds or have them, you know, at the grasp of winning because FPX just kind of allows the opponent to just exploit their mistakes.